Now on my walk around St Neots, you don't often come across this. Hi, yep, it's Andy here. How are you doing? How are you doing? So I thought we'd do a little video about St Neots and what's actually happening here, because well, a lot of shops are closing and things like that, but I thought we'll have a look at some new stuff as well. And we're walking towards I don't know if you remember Shaw's auction market. Well, now it's changed hands and it's been redeveloped, and it's one of the newest auction markets in the country. And they still have an auction market on a Thursday, and I haven't been there since it's been redeveloped, but evidently there is in fact a restaurant upstairs as well. As it's evening time, it's all shut up. But yeah, WH Peacock, that's the new auction market. And as I said earlier, they have an auction on a Thursday, selling household goods and other bric-a-brac and things as well. So it's got 2 auction halls. So I read when I was reading the bio about it. So as you see, it's quite a big setup still. Anyway, we're going to head into town. We're on New Road. We're going to head now down to Priory Road and head towards Waitrose. So we're just going to go across, because we're now in the car park of Waitrose, and this is where the original Priory was in around 950, a long time ago, I know. And also there's meant to be a tunnel here as well that goes to Priory Park, which is about half a mile over there. Now we did try looking for it, but we couldn't actually find it. But well, we might discover it one day, I don't know. So we're heading towards the town centre, and we're going to have a look, see what's actually happening to St Neots, because I've been on Facebook and reading a lot about it. People are saying, you know, what's happened to this, what's happened to that. So anyway, let's go across and have a look. Now, St Neots does have a lot of history, and well, if you know where the Priory Centre is, nearby there's where the old Priory used to be, and I found an old photograph of it from, I don't know, the turn of the last century. And as you can see, the big chimney thing is still there. I don't know what you call it, but where the Priory Centre is now, there was another building. Now, I lived in St Neots for many years, actually on and off. First time I brought my first house here, believe it or not, 1979. That's a long time ago, and since then I've actually brought and sold quite a few houses. But I've seen a lot of things change since then, lots of things. So I'm going to take you back in time, and maybe some of you who lived, you know, in St Neots, you know, say 20 years ago, you'll probably say, oh yes, Andy, I remember that. So let's have a look and see what we can find. It's getting a little bit noisy now with the Bridge House pub, which is right on the bridge where the old bridge used to be. this bridge was actually built, I think, in the 60s. Before that was an old stone one, which everybody seems to like, but I don't think it would be, to be honest, very practical for now. Anyway, let's walk down the high street, and I'm going to go back and show you things that I remember from many years ago. Right, a defunct nightclub, the Brook and Barker. That's closed down, and before that was called actually the Priory, and before that it was in fact a shopping mall, which was not very popular, didn't do very well, and before that, which was very busy, was an undercover market. There used to be a lot of stalls there, cafe, hairdressers, a bit of everything, and that used to be the way in there. And I remember going there many years ago, and it's surprising what you can buy, but that's gone, probably 30 years ago now. It's a shame. It was a good little undercover market. Right, continue towards the market square actually now. I found a few old photographs of the market square, and let me show you these. These were I don't know, turn of the last century, and well, you'll recognise the buildings because they're still here. So, only thing that's different, I think, in some ways, is that there's a whole lot of trees there now. Right, now I've mentioned so many times on my videos here about the old Falcon, which is across the road there. Now there used to be a nightclub in there as well, and in fact you would go through those double doors just there, and the nightclub was down there on the left hand side. And I don't know if you follow me, if you go back on some of my videos, I think about 2 years or 3 years ago, we actually went inside and had a look and see what's actually still there, and the nightclub is still there. Even though it's not open, the lights were there. There were some old posters and everything. It's quite interesting. And I think, if I remember right, it was about 2001 it closed. So, yeah, a long time ago. Right, as I said, we're actually in the market square, and I can show you where another nightclub was as well. Because St Neots, way back in the 70s and 80s, there was a lot of clubs. So here we are, Fisher's Mews. On this side of the road, there's a lot of little shops, hairdressers, and on the other side, a lot of residential, which is quite nice. But back in the 70s, well, no, I think it was probably in the early 90s. There was a nightclub down here, and I'll show you where it was. And if I remember right, it was called Hollywood's. So if I remember right, it was just there. Or was it, actually, to come think of it, the more I think about it, the way to get in was through there. And I think there was a dance floor upstairs, and there was another dance floor there as well. So it was quite a big nightclub. Right, back to the market square we head. A pub that's closed now. It's closed now for nearly a year. It would once be called the Golden Bull, and it's in front of me, and they're looking for new tenants. They've been doing that for a long time, but so far no luck. Of course, now it was called the Corner House, and as you can see, the to let sign is up. Right, High Street, let's have a walk down. Some shops closed, other shops open, or restaurants open. There's the Pharaoh Lounge, that seems to be quite busy, and opens later at night as well. Like a lot of places, closed. Very sad. Also, apart from hairdressers and nail bars popping up everywhere, we have vape shops as well. We're walking down the high street again. Another nightclub thing that's closed down is just around the corner here. Let me show you it. So this is a new place called the Citizen Hub. It's opened up. It used to be a nightclub before, and I think it's sort of a restaurant now. And across the road there, Nawab's Lounge. Once again, used to be a pub, and years ago, down there used to be a nightclub. That's all closed. That closed down in about, I think it was about 10 years ago, 12 years ago. I think they had a lot of problems, and that's the reason why. Right, head back to the high street. Quite a lot of charity shops here. We've got the wood green here, and oh yeah, talk about new places that have actually opened. We have Esquire's, the organic coffee shop thing, which is across the road there. It's been there now for, I don't know, probably a few months, and it seems to be quite popular as well. The Coach House, formerly the New Inn, that's been here for yonks and made changes now, but still quite busy. The cake box here, there's egg-free cakes and everything. That seems to be quite popular, quite expensive, but quite very popular. And talking about hairdressers or hair barbers, you should say. I mean, we got one here, and then we move on to another one. They all seem to be quite busy, which is quite good for them. And they're just across the road. There's another one as well. So what I've found in St Neots, I mean, a lot of shops are closed, especially the big ones. I mean, there used to be a Bill's here. That's closed now. And that's been empty now for maybe, 1-2 years? And I think they're trying to work out what they're going to do with it. I mean, same with the Falcon. They don't know what to do with that either. Oscars. This has changed hands. And this is the latest one here. It's a restaurant, so let's just hope that that works well for them. Just here, this building here is in fact the oldest building in St Neots, and it looks it as well. Yes, it used to be a hole in the wall, an ATM machine here, because here was where the NatWest was. It's gone. And you know what annoys me, all the banks are closing. You know, we have a Barclays here. How long that's going to be here, I don't know. It just seems to be they're just trying to get rid of us spending cash and do everything online. And the problem is that everybody can trace what you're doing all the time. I'm not that I'm doing any naughty, but you know, just keep an eye on you, aren't they? That's the government for you. That's my little dig. Anyway, we're going to walk up High Street still. So here we are. I mean, right in front of me is Bill's. What used to be Bill's, all closed now. And, well, we don't know what's going to happen to it. Now, most of the windows are actually covered up, but there's some uncovered ones, so let's have a quick look and see what we can see inside. Well, it's completely stripped inside completely. It's just bare walls. Even all the carpets have been taken out. Across the road, It's Britain's, and that's sad. That's closing down. I think probably one of the reasons why it's closing down. I found things, even though they were nice, they were expensive. Well, behind me is actually Frankie and Benny's. Well, used to be, all closed down now. A sign of the times, and used to be Prezzo's, used to be there as well. That is closed down. We've got Cineworld, which is that's still open. And did you see that? I have I've never seen I don't know what it is. Was it a ferret or a mongoose? I don't know, but I've never seen one like that on the lead before, walking through St Neots. Anyway, I hope you liked it. Thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and if you want, leave a comment. That will be fantastic. And we'll be very shortly going to have a look at the wintering estate and see how they're getting on with that, so be ready for that. Catch you later. Bye for now. Bye bye.